Hello, everyone. Welcome to the imprint. And today, what we're going to do is that because our Prime Minister is so fluent in Hindi, and most people, a lot of people have not been able to understand what he said, especially from the millennial generation, right? So, what we're going to do, we're going to pick up the English rendering of the Prime Minister's address to the nation on 12th of May, that at 20 p.m., that is 8 p.m. Okay, so let's start. I think it might be useful for us to understand. Okay, so it says greetings to my fellow citizens. For over 4 months, the global community has been in the fight against the coronavirus, and then during this period, more than 42 lakh people across the world have been infected with corona. More than 2.5 lakh people have died tragically. In India, too, people have lost their lives, near and dear ones. I express my heartfelt condolences to all. So the prime minister starts with giving a bhumika that okay what uh, it has been happening across the world. Now let's continue. Friends, a virus has destroyed the world. Crores of people around the world are facing a crisis. World all over is engaged in a battle to save precious lives. We have never seen or heard of such a crisis. This crisis is unthinkable as well as unprecedented for mankind. Okay. So basically, the point he's trying to make is that it is a once in a lifetime, and maybe not even in the history of annals of human history that something like this has happened before, because it is a public health crisis which has converting very quickly into a economic crisis. Okay, let's continue. However, getting exasperating, losing heart, or getting shattered is not acceptable to mankind. So we see pictures of migrant laborers crying on their phones, etc. So he says we are not supposed to lose heart or get shattered or get exasperated. We have to remain vigilant and closely monitor it. Follow the rules of engagement in such a war. Save ourselves and move ahead. Today, when the world is in crisis, we must strengthen our resolve, and our resolve will help overcome the crisis. So he says, कि दृढ़ संकल्प चाहिए, right? In simple terms, we need to have a very strong resolve now. Okay, because we might have to do a lot of things we are not used to doing. So, friends, we have been hearing since the last century that the 21st century belongs to India. We have seen how the world was before Corona and the global systems in detail. Even after the infliction of the coronavirus, we are constantly watching the situation as it unfolds across the globe. When we look at these two periods from India's perspective, it seems that the 21st century is the century for India. This is not our dream, rather a responsibility for all of us. So he says now, you know, uh, in simple ways, he's saying that people, will move from China and they might come to India. So the idea is that, the other thing is that we would import less and less from China. So there is a huge opportunity. And this is a responsibility, not an opportunity. So he says, what should be the path? Now he starts. But what should be its trajectory? The state of world today's teaches that an Atmanirbhar Bharat, a self-reliant India, is the only path. It is said in our scriptures, Esha Patana, that is self-sufficient India. So he talks about a self-sufficient India. So, friends, as a nation, today we stand at a very crucial juncture. Such a disaster is a signal for India. It has brought a message, an opportunity. And he says, I share with you as a perspective. So he says, I will share my perspective with an example. When the corona crisis started, there was not a single PPE kit made in India. The N95 masks were produced in small quantity in India. Today, we are in a situation to produce 2 lakh PPE and 2 lakh N95 masks daily. We were able to do this because India turned in this crisis into an opportunity. This vision of India turning crisis into opportunity is going to prove effective for our resolve of a self-reliant India. Okay, so he gives a lot of examples. I think he talked about the Kutch also, right, in the comment. Let's continue. Friends, today the meaning of the word self-reliance has changed in this global scenario. The debate on human-centric globalization versus economic centralized globalization is on. India's fundamental thinking provides a ray of hope to the world. The culture and tradition of India speaks of self-reliance and the soul is Vasudeva Kutumbakam. India does not advocate self-centric arrangements when it comes to self-reliance. India's self-reliance is ingrained in the happiness, cooperation, and peace of the world. So he says the idea is that we need to have a human-centric globalization, not an economic centralized globalization, which is right now on. Okay, so that is the focus, he says. This is the culture which believes in the welfare of the people for all the living creatures, and the one which considers the whole world as a family, right? So that is what he's saying. Its premise is Mata Bhumi Putro Aham Prithviya, the culture that considers the earth to be the mother. And when the Bharat Bhumi becomes self sufficient, it ensures the possibility of a prosperous world. India's progress has always been integral to the progress of the world. India's goals and actions impact the welfare, global welfare. When India is free from open defecation, it has an impact on the image of the world. Be it TB, malnutrition, polio, India campaigns have influenced the world. India's Solar Alliance is India's biggest gift against global warming. The initiative of India's International Yoga Day is India's gift to relieve stress. Indian medicines have given a fresh lease of life to the people in different parts of the world. These steps have brought laurels for India, and it makes every Indian very proud. The world is beginning to believe that India can do very well. So much good for the welfare of mankind can give. The question is how? The answer to the question is a combined resolve of 130 crore citizens for a self-reliant India. So the emphasis, is on Atmanirbhar Bharat. This is the basic crux of the speech yesterday. Friends, we have a proud history of centuries. When India was prosperous, it was called the Golden Goose. It was prosperous and then it always walked tall for the welfare of the world. Then the times changed. The country was caught in chains of slavery. We longed for development. Today, India is making rapid strides in its progress. It is still committed to the goal of global welfare. Remember the Y2K crisis at the beginning of the century. Technology experts from India pulled the world out of that crisis. Today, we have the resources, we have the power, and we have the best talent in the world. We will make the best products, will improve our quality further, and make the supply chain more modern. We can do this, and we will definitely do this. Friends, I had destroyed the Kutch earthquake. There was debris everywhere. Everything was destroyed. So this is the Kutch example that Narendra Modi also we talked about. So it seemed as if Kutch had fallen asleep wearing a sheet of death. In that situation, no one could have imagined that the situation would ever change. However, Kutch stood up. Kutch started moving and Kutch moved. This is the grit and the determination of we Indians. If we are determined, then we can reach our goals and no path will be difficult. And today there is a will and there is a way. That is to make India self-reliant. Our combined result is so strong that India can become self-sufficient. Friends, this magnificent building of self-reliant India will stand on five pillars. So these five pillars is something which we had talked about. I think a lot of you would have heard about it. The first pillar is economy, an economy that brings a quantum jump rather than incremental change. So there's going to be a lot of reforms it seems. Second pillar is infrastructure, an infrastructure that becomes the identity of modern India. Right. Remember, even Nehru during his time talked about, the dams being temples of modern India. Third pillar is our system, a system that is driven by technology, which can fulfill the dreams of the 21st century, a system not based on the policy of the past century. So, using the Arogya Setu app and, those kind of technology interventions. Then fourth pillar is our demography. Our vibrant demography is our strength in the world's largest economy, our source of energy for a self-reliant India. Remember, see, coronavirus, always hits the old more. The fertility rate is more there. But India has a very young population. So that is the biggest advantage in some ways which we have. The fifth pillar is demand. The cycle of demand and supply chain and economy is the strength that needs to be harnessed to its full potential. In order to increase the demand in the country and to meet this demand, every stakeholder in our supply chain needs to be empowered. We will strengthen our supply chain system built up with the smell of the soil and the sweat of the laborers. So I think this is something very important, right? I think a lot of weakness. So if you think about what the BJP government brought, so they were criticized very heavily for being a marketing branding company. right? In some ways, it's saying that they had hired a lot of MBAs, and that was happening. The thing is now, I think they have realized that operations, right, at the end of the day, is most very important, and they need to hire and they need to actually operate better. Okay, so who are the executing agencies? So obviously, the executing agencies are DCs. So there's a lot of reworking there, which is required. Friends, amidst the corona crisis, I'm announcing today's economic package with a new resolution. This economic package will serve as an important link in the Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan. So, self-reliant India campaign. This is what was launched yesterday. So, friends, in the recent past, economic announcements made by the government related to the corona crisis, which were the decisions of the Reserve Bank, the economic package that is being announced today, if added, comes to around 20 lakh crore. This package is about 10% of India's GDP. With various sections of the country and those linked to the economic system will get support and strength of 20 lakh crore rupees. This package will give a new impetus to the development journey of the country in 2020 and a new direction to the Self-Reliant India campaign. In order to prove the resolve of a self-reliant India, land, labor, liquidity, and laws all have been emphasized in this package. So details obviously will come later. Why 20 lakh crore? Because this is around 10% of our GDP, and that is what we have lost across the last 2 months in the lockdown period, I would say. This economic package is just for our cottage industry, our home industry, and our small scale industry, our MSMEC, which is a source of livelihood for millions of people, which is the strong foundation of a resolve for a self reliant India. This economic package is for that laborer of the country, for the farmers of the country who are working day and night for the countrymen in every situation, every season. This economic package is for the middle class of the country, which pays taxes honestly and contributes to the development of the country. This economic package is for the Indian industries, which are determined to give a boost to the economic potential of India. Starting tomorrow, over the few days, the finance minister will give you detailed information about this package, inspired by Self-Reliant India campaign. Right. So that I would say is it. Let's continue. Friends, it is now imperative for the country to move forward with the commitment of bold reforms to create a self-reliant India. You have also experienced that as a result of the bold reforms in the past 6 years, today, even in the time of crisis, India's systems have looked more efficient. Otherwise, who could have thought that the money sent by the government of India will reach directly into the pockets of the poor farmer? But it happened. That also happened when all the government offices are cold. The means of transport was struck. This was just a reform related to the Janadhan Aadhaar Mobile Jam Tri-Shakti, the effect of which we have just seen. Now, the scope of the reforms has to be broadened, giving it a new height. These reforms will be in the entire supply chain related to the farming, so that the farmer is also empowered and will have minimal impact on agriculture in any other crisis like corona in the future. These reforms will be for rational tax system, simple and clear rules of law, good infrastructure, capable and competent human resources, and building strong financial system. So the idea is, so we're going to rationalize that tax system. We'll make simple rules of law, good infrastructure, capable and competent human resources. So the idea is that, see, in any crisis, you can actually do very quick reforms, and that is what people are trying to do right now. Look at the labor reforms that have happened from UP to MP to Punjab and so on. The idea is that these reforms will encourage business and attract investment and strengthen a resolve for Make in India. Friends, self-reliance is only possible through inner strength and self-belief. Self-reliance also prepares the country for tough competition in the global supply chain. And today it is the need of the hour that India plays a big role in the global supply chain. Realizing this, many provisions have also been made in the economic package. This will increase the efficiency of all our sectors and also ensure quality. Friends, this crisis is so big and the biggest systems have been shaken. However, under these circumstances, the country has also seen the resolve and the restraint of our poor brothers and sisters, especially the street vendors, the hawkers, the laborers, those who are working in the homes. They have done a lot of penance during this time. They have sacrificed a lot. Who would not have realized their absence? Now it is our duty to make them strong, to take some steps for their financial requirements, keeping this in mind, be it poor laborers, migrant laborers, cattle rearers, be our fishermen, organized sector or unorganized sector, some important decisions will be announced in the economic package for every section. So he's saying that. Friends, the corona crisis has also explained us the importance of local manufacturing, local markets, and local supply chain. In times of crisis, this local has fulfilled our demand. This local has saved us. Local is not just the need, it is our responsibility also. Time has taught us that we must make local as the mantra of our life. The global brands we feel today were sometimes also very local like this. But when people started using them, started promoting them, branding them, and proud of them, they became global from local products. Therefore, from today, every Indian has to become vocal for the local, not only to buy local products, but also to promote them proudly. I'm confident that our country can do this. Your efforts have increased my reverence for you every time. I recollect one thing with pride. When I requested you and the nation to buy Khadi and said it would be a great opportunity for the handloom workers, today the demands and sales of both Khadi and handloom have reached record levels in a very short time. Not only that, you have made it a big brand. It was a very small effort, but the result was very good. Friends and experts and scientists have pointed out that corona will remain a part of our lives for a long time. But at the same time, we cannot allow this to happen that our lives will be confined only around the corona. We would wear masks, follow 2 yards distance, and pursue our goals. Therefore, the fourth phase of lockdown will be completely redesigned with new rules. Based on the suggestions we are getting from the states, information related to lockdown 4 will be given to you before 18 May. I'm confident that by following the rules, we will fight corona and move forward. Friends, in our culture, it is said, Sarva Atma Vancham Sukham. What is in our control is happiness. Self reliance leads to happiness, satisfaction, and empowerment. Our responsibility to make the 21st century, the century of India, will be fulfilled by the pledge of self reliant India. This responsibility will only get energy from the life force of 130 crore citizens. This era of self reliant India will be a new vow for every Indian as well as a new festival. Now we have to move forward with the resolve and determination. When ethics are fulfilled with duty, the culmination of diligence, the capital of skills, then who can stop India from becoming self reliant? So, this is a beautiful line, I would say. We can make India a self reliant nation. We will make India self reliant. With this resolve, with this belief, I wish you the very best. Right, so, this was the speech by our Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and this was just our way of giving tribute to his efforts and the efforts of all our civil servants, doctors, and workers, and everybody else, and even uh, the migrants who have suffered so much. Thank you so much for listening.